explosion. But if we are a real leader, sometimes leaders must say unpleasant things. This is a dilemma, it's a paradox, especially for...
Selamat pagi Tribuners, bersama saya Tria Wulandari. Inilah update berita terkini yang dilaporkan langsung reporter Tribun Network dari lapangan.
In my opinion, food security, or shall we say the threat of food insecurity, is an existential threat to humankind, because without food there is no civilization, there is no humankind. Because of the expert standing here, I do not pretend or aspire to give an expert perspective. I will give an overview of the Indonesian perspective on this issue, and perhaps this can help contribute to our general understanding. First of all, food, energy and water actually is one cycle that is interrelated. To secure food, we need water. Water is the essence of life. And to secure food, the speakers before me have emphasized the importance of energy. In this cycle, which in front of us has proven to be a threat of scarcity, this is compounded by more threats that compound this existential threat. First, whether we like it or not, there is a population explosion. Maybe this is sensitive. There are part of the global elite still very influential, still very powerful, even in my country, that do not like for us to talk about population explosion. But if we are a real leader, sometimes leaders must say unpleasant things. This is a dilemma, it's a paradox, especially for politicians who want to get elected. Fortunately, the Indonesian general election and the presidential election is still rather in the future. This is the dilemma of people in leadership position. If we warn about a danger coming, they accuse us of being pessimistic. My President Jokowi, this year alone, I think has spoken maybe 25 times more in public, warning the Indonesian people that we are facing difficult times. Next year will be very difficult. And there are people who accuse him of spreading pessimism. And I understand, maybe some people cannot accept the necessities of how do we face this population explosion. For instance, Indonesia, our increase in population every year is 1.9%. That is 5 million new babies every year, 5 million new mouths, 5 million, the size of Singapore. Every year in Indonesia, there is a new Singapore. You see, Indonesians, when they face adversity, they laugh. Indonesians are happy people. Sometimes we don't know what's ahead of us. Maybe we will go somewhere happily. What I'm saying is this: every 10 years, a new Malaysia. What government in the world, what expert in the world can consider feeding 5 million more mouths a normal and an easy challenge? My friend Mr. G has said he's very proud of feeding his family. A leader of Indonesia must think of feeding 5 million babies every year. Anybody who wants to run for president of Indonesia, I think, should consult his psychoanalyst, I think. The challenges in front of our government is not an easy challenge, but this is not something that we must be afraid of. As a former soldier, they say former soldiers, old soldiers never die. They just fade away. General Clark has faded away today. He's supposed to be here in front of me.